That's an easy mox, obviously. I still haven't gotten a new mouse. It's like always gonna double click. But I saw Olivia Reeves who crushed it. Like my friend is into weightlifting. He goes to, you know, amateur competitions and stuff. He lift weights, and they were really excited about it, and they were really happy. And he was like, "Yeah, she's gonna win. She's just huge favorite." All right. Obviously, this is not a very interesting first pick, so I'm gonna take the Mox. If Mox wasn't in the pack, what do you even pick? Maybe the Crab is good. Maybe Teferi, maybe Brazy Bee. Twister, maybe Twister. All right. Mox first pick, probably supposed to take Grim, I would assume. Other options. What are the strong cards? Necromancy's kind of nice. But yeah, just gonna take Grim. That 6 was kind of my MVP in the 4 drafts I did. One, they won me the trophy, and the other one was John was 6 and 6 was... I'm not gonna take 6 with these first 2 picks, I think, but just really impressed by it. What's up, Graveyard Synergies? Filling up your yard is nice. Yeah, pack's kind of underwhelming. Skull Clamp works well, was Foundry, right? Skull Clamp works well, was a lot of the cards you want in the artifact deck. So I could see Skull Clamp. I'm a big Probe fan. Probably between these two. Kima says Jailer or Clamp. No Probe. Foundry? Yeah, I mean, no one's going to pick a Foundry. I like the artifact pick, I guess, with these 2 cards. Go big. Or go home. So the artifact decks I've seen so far were blue-green. Can be blue-white. Blue-black has like Strix. Blue-black probably has a few interesting ones too. Could take Revoker here. Just try to max power if ever we get Workshop and or Academy. Are these the feeder events for the IRL? No. Feeder are... They were only up for 24 hours this weekend. Carnage. Yeah, but Carnage probably in non-bow is the rest of what you're trying to do. I might just take Revoker just because the pack's not very exciting anyways. Cancer Ghost drafted Blue-Green Artifact Channel. I was thinking maybe just take Mystic Confluence. Nice payoff for big mana. I don't know what people think between Channel and Mystic. Breach? Is Breach that strong? Why is Breach good in the artifact deck was what I have so far. I was going to take Mystic Confluence. Adam agrees. Not sure how I feel about Lotus Petal. Saheeli looks pretty good with what I have so far. I'm not a big Saheeli fan, but with Skull Clamp, all the artifacts, makes sense, I think. It's a different deck. We aren't locked into artifacts. Yeah, but why not go was... I mean, I have first free picks that are pretty strong cards. And Mystic Confluence is a really, really good card, right, still? Still could be worth it. We're blue, we could get Time Walk, Ancestral Recall, Academy, like tutoring for Academy or Workshop, but I don't think I'm going to take that. Recruit Archfiend, Clearing, just take the boots. I've seen people, there's Nadu. I'm not sure how good that card is, but Specking Pillage. I'm just going to take the artifact. Oh, wrong one. 2 wrong ones. Could take Cradle. Cradle can pop off in these artifact decks. Also a zero to deck, but I'm not a zero to deck. I have Revoker. The work was Mox. I don't want to take the Cradle. Yeah, it's a bad pick. Oh, Grim Zerda is infinite mana. The worst. Yeah, okay. It's fine. That's why we practice. Mightstone's nice one. Nice late Haywire Mites. Portable Hole too. Not sure which one's better. Might you can get with Saga. Yeah, Maya's good. Feedline could be good too. For plane cycling. Oh, Yavi Maya Workshop. Okay, good point. Yeah, not taking the Zerdo was all loose. The Breach tabled. Zernorb's good if I get balance. Talisman is kind of on color. I have Artificer. I might have some whites, some reds. You never know. I mean, isn't Breach mostly just good? Was Brain Freeze? Alright, did I do it? Polluted Delta is always nice. From Polluted Delta. My experience so far with the cube is that you get a lot of playables. So you should take lands really, really high, especially the good ones. Flash is good. Skeptical about Flash being good. World's Spine Warm, I was in the first pack, yeah. I kind of hate Sneak Attack anyways. Hate it was a passion. I feel like I never lose to the card and just forces you to build a really awkward deck. Wayfinder could be nice. With Cradle and Skull Clamp. Balance pretty good with Artifacts. I don't have Zurin Orb. It says D-Balance deck. Yeah, I mean, it's not like the rest of the pack is super exciting anyways. I wish I'd taken Zurin Orb. Karn is nice. Fetch land is always nice. Black-red when I'm blue-white though. Plateau could be okay. I think Karn's just really good, right? Karn's just too good in this deck not to take. Am I gonna try and win some Urza Saga Pro win the Star Championship? No, I doubt it. Probably just stream. My Talisman's kind of gas. It casts Saheeli, which is kind of hard to cast, and it casts Balance. It's actually kind of like a blue-white dual, blue-white Talisman almost. It's hard for me to get invested in like paper tournaments because every time I go play a paper tournament, it means it's the day I'm not streaming. Pack has like what? A real dual land, a Johnny Tamillo, Spell Pierce, Bombardier, Forced Elwingast. Like Istami's probably losing his mind. We probably just lost Istami right now. He probably just passed out at all these cards still being in the pack. It's just Jover for him. It was good knowing you, Istami. We love it. Free different suggestion. All right, let's look at what we have. I'm gonna try Tamio. I'm gonna like prioritize Enabler over Payoff because I already have a bunch of expensive cards, but I could see Adam being right about taking like Bombardier or fourth. Is fourth still busted? Yeah, fourth's really good. I don't know, just so Canister's solo was Tamio, so Tamio is just such an amazing card. I'm gonna struggle actually win really was Karn Mystic Confluence. And I'll get a few more cards right. Also Tamio is really good with balance, right? I didn't even think about it to be fair, but oh, I don't know. I just took a little long. That pack was not great anyways, I think. I don't think I missed out on much. Yeah, the Grove was probably a good pick. Take third path, even though I have no fixing right now, so I don't want to go too crazy in a bunch of different colors. Probably mostly stick to blue-white. Maybe Sunfall is just good. Tamio? It doesn't strike me like the +1's really bad, right? If you don't have graveyard synergy. Wayfinder in case of Academy. There's not a card named Wayfinder in that pack. I'm gonna take the Sunfall. And then probably just gonna take the Fairy here. So why is this card good? Canister took it really high. Kind of a trick, and it ramps you, and it like fixes a bit. It does a lot of small things. It's just good. It's just like, okay, yeah, so it just does enough little things. Ooh, the Chalice stabled. But it was a Rafine's Tower. That might have been a bad pick. Plateau. Nice. As you can tell, I still haven't fixed my mouse. I still have the awkward double click. Or got a new mouse. All the dual suit bitch with Delta. I don't know what was right between Chalice and I mean, I don't even have Academy or Workshop yet.
Guess who's back, baby? arrived, then WOKKERS.
Yeah, I knew you were going to be there, so I'm drafting the only MTGO acceptable format. Walk. Are you back home? I think you're alright. Ooh, Greaves or else. I'm not gonna take Workshop. If someone is stream sniping and wants to counter draft Workshop, be my guess. I guess there's like nothing that exciting for me, right? Like Brainstorm's not that great. I don't need the Scrublin really. Maybe I should just take the Workshop. Walk, it was really nice to meet you and I had a good time, and I'm glad you had a great time in the Olympics. Alright, we got a Scalding Tarn. Got the Voltaic Key was upside, right? Manifold Key. I mean, there's Oko. And I have a bit of fixing. I don't have any red cards. And that Scalding Tarn gets blue and Plateau, which is kind of nice. I'm just gonna stick to my own advice and take the lands, because you get a ton of playables. The key gonna come back. I might want to take the Chariot if I'm actually green. Chariot Workshop. Ooh, Foundry is nice. Thundering Falls. Do you take Thundering Falls here? And hope Foundry tables? I have 2 fetches that can get it. Seems such value to have one Scry land. No way you pass Foundry? I mean, I don't have Academy. It's not a combo with Workshop. I don't have Saga. Like, Val, Karn, Saheeli. Alright. Cryptic Code is an artifact. I'm a Shellduck Isle hater, but I might take Shellduck Isle here. I have some pretty decent cards. I might play Ulamog. What do people think? Or should I just take Cryptic Code? Turn to Cryptic Code of a Workshop. It's supposed to wheel. Cryptic's kind of a solid card. Alright, good argumento. Best Foundry in pack 1, we never got it back. Blue Archive. That card's not just broken in any deck, right? You actually need a bit of creatures attacking and stuff. Good Trinket Mage deck, obviously. But yeah, Archive's too important. Ooh, Hallowed Fountain and Caracas. Caracas! FTMEO. Probably good enough to take just Mio. Dr. Doomblade resubbed. 16 months was the prime. Thank you so much, Dr. Doomblade. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Seacrum Coast. That's a pack. Solitude, Echo, Ohari, Seed Shark, Seacrum Coast. Am I gonna play reds? I don't have a ton of red fixing. I have a bit of red fixing. I just take Ohari. I don't know if it's a good pick, but that card's just so powerful. Jar, Workshop, Inspector enables some stuff. Take the Canyon now. I don't know how good Jar is in my deck. I don't feel like the greatest Jar deck. Take the Canyon, I guess. Just brainstorm over nothing. I guess Scrubland makes that my Delta gets on tap white or on tap blue.
How many months until I get a mug that says #1 Scammy?
But I guess now that I have a few fetch lands. Brainstorm. Oh, Brainstorm to me or two. Easy Brainstorm. Alright, what about now? Do I need more payoffs? Do I need Showdown? Touch, blink your artifacts could be nice. City of Traders, maybe? Is City of Traders ever good in a deck like that? Touch seems so unexciting.
WB, how did your Olympic break dancing go?
Hey, DaySavvy, and Seldom. Seldom for your anniversary. Let's go. I'm just going to take the card I might play. And then, did I 1 black mana? No. Dead. Oh, wow. Frantic Search, Virtue, and Flage. Assuming maybe Flage if I end up playing one of these cards. What does your mug need to say, Seldom? Hear me. Happy 4-year anniversary to us. Thank you so much. I did the Olympic break. It was double Dutch, actually. It was fun. And then the Olympics was... I had a good time. I had a good time. It was fun. I have a weird deck. Things didn't really come together. Don't know if enough of my top end is... I have like no artifacts basically for Workshop. Probably not even gonna play it right. I only have Mightstone. I think I still have a decent like kind of control-ish deck. Did I see Snoop with my own eyes? No. So the boots can probably go... The Might... We'll see... The Greaves... Even the Revoker's not that exciting, was balanced in my deck. Reclamation... I don't have a ton, but I do like that card. A lot of 5s. I guess I'm not playing Ulamog. Alright, that's 19 cards. Do I have green sources I can tutor for? Jetmere Garden. Could try and play Cradle. Kind of greedy. Atenani, thank you so much for a Prime sub. Welcome to Sewer. Do these Prime subs even do anything? I get some money and you get no more ads. But yeah, I think they give less money than regular ads now. It used to not be the case. Hey, Pelgeek, I am back. I'm back for good too. No more vacation. I probably played a Mai just as a blocker, and I'm gonna have some incidental green sources, and I also just need playables. It might be a decent target for Reclamation too. I wonder if my mana is good enough to splash a Wayfinder. 20. I guess I just have to play cards, right? Wayfinder nice with Flage too. Let's see how many green sources I have. Garden. Peatland. Even though I don't really want to have to play Peatland. Tails. Talon, I mean. Savannah. That's free. Scalding Tarn 4. Timeless can get Savannah 5, kind of. Classic splashing for Wayfinder. Good sign, right? Yeah, I might play the Cradle. Am I supposed to play Ulamog? Or do I have enough win cons? I feel like with balance, I'll be okay. Balance in my other cards. And then 18 lands because I have nothing better. Hey, Ride or Die, appreciate that. Pure Summer's going well. Is Greaves good enough if you have Ohari and Flage? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know how many lands I would play in Ideal Worlds. Kind of depends how many value lands you have to. The classic Cradle Flage deck. Nothing to see here. Should I play Field of the Dead? I have all different lands. Field of the Dead Flage. I'm gonna end up with like 18 different lands basically. But I'm not really ramping. Feels probably like a little too greedy, a little nonsense. I'm ramping with Reclamation, I guess. Yeah, it's plenty. I mean, I'm not concerned about the number of non-basics. I'm concerned about the viability of playing a Field of the Dead, a Cradle in my, Flage Sahili deck. Free has been called. Ban if wrong. All right. Yeah, I'm going to play City of Trader too, since I'm going to have too many lands. I might honestly play the Workshop, even though it's really bad in my deck. No, it's too bad. I wish I'd use for the black mana, do I? So I would have a reason to play Peatland other than just like... I literally have 0 use for black mana. This is just a practice draft, but it is direct elimination, so... might be better practice than your usual drafts. Alright, let's try this. Also, City of Traders Field of the Dead is a non-bow. Oh man, I'm gonna play the City of Trader. I think I have to pick. Did you queue? I have one. I tried. I think I had time for 4 tries. Yeah, no, I refuse to play Field of the Dead and City of Traders. That's just not acceptable. That's bridge too far. Gotta pick one. Probably Field of the Dead. Yeah, I agree. Alright. Alright, and then like... how many sources of blue do I have? I guess I don't even have that many blue cards in the first place, but I do have a double blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks about right, honestly. 1 island, 2 plains, 1 mountain. City of Traders is more for aggro. I mean, I think City of Traders could make sense in a deck like that if you like top out at 5 or 6 and you play it as your last land to like gain a turn and your colored mana is decent in the first place. Let's see, I have double white. How many sources of white do I have for my double white cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty good actually. And then blue, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if you count the Talon for these 2 cheap blue cards. All right, you have a time limit too. Maybe I'll add another island. All right, it's probably good enough. I feel like if this deck gets to 7 lands and we're not dead, we're probably winning. I think the Vintage Cube has been pretty grindy in my experience, and I am kind of low on the win cons. Alright, I've got my mana. I've got Haywire Might. That might be a decent Reclamation to get it back. I mean, it's not great, but my deck's also not that great, I think. I don't know, maybe this is all loose of a keep. All my good cards gone. I feel like Sahili's kind of going to be a weird one at the end. Tamio might be more impactful. Lumberjack is scary. Chef plates Scars on turn 1. Kind of nice to have Reclamation. Can win more games by casting a big card a turn 9 and making 10 zombies on turn 10. Yeah, but you're not factoring in the fact that Field of the Dead is actually a reasonable card to play on turn 1 in my deck. Just if I have to keep it like low land counts. I mean, I agree in a perfect world. In a perfect world, City of Trader is more impactful. I do agree with that. Oh, they did have to like blow up one of their lands, but that's definitely worth it to get a Shatter into play. Stunfall's gonna be great. Should be enough to beat their start, I think. Oh, I can cast it this turn if I want to. Well then. Oh, Phasing Sunfall is a nice combo too. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait on the Sunfall. I think it'd be silly too when they have. I mean, obviously they could play like big creature, but not like it's like good pressure on Chandra and stuff. It's perfect. You would wait? What if they play another Planeswalker? What if they bust out like Anissa or? I mean, I'm such in a commanding spot. It's like not close, right? I think either way is fine. Like, I don't think it's awful to. I think it's somewhat close, but that's 4 mana to put into play. Alright, let's hope they don't have an instant speed removal spell. I don't think there's a point in equipping. They have an instant speed removal spell. They don't. Play Foundry. Should I just. I guess there's no rush. I guess I could lose my Skull Clamp, but then have Reclamation anyways. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna rush. Let's just say go. What was the requirement for the blue hideaway land? So the blue hideaway land, the requirement is it's especially good in the cube because it works better in 40 card decks. Because you can play the card if a library has 20 or fewer cards in it. So obviously it's easier to get to that point if you're playing 40 cards than 60. That's why it's a cube staple. I think it's one of the most. It used to be one of the most overrated cards in my opinion on how highly people like talked about it and how medium I thought it was. I think the come into play tap, non-basic, only one color is like a huge deal. And it's really easy to just not hit something very impactful off it. There was a point where it felt like some people thought it was like almost a first pick or like just super high pick, and it's like arguably worse than a basic island, in some decks. I almost don't want to play the Wayfinder to not mail my win cons. They did rebuild nicely. Looks like, who was it? Days AB? Days AB just had to read, their hand was just all creatures. Also, Exile would have been nice on Fnatic. Alright, I do have Cradle right somewhere in there. Maybe I should have played Wayfinder first. I mean, my point of another Planeswalker maybe is not great. There's 5-mana Nissa, but Sunfall's still pretty good against that. And I'm not sure there's that many other like Planeswalkers. Should I just not even play Wayfinder, honestly? Seems kind of silly, right? I do get to shell the Kyle right away if I do. That part is nice. I really... Yeah, and then I get to cast Sunfall. Alright, I'll cast it. I'll gamble. I tap my blue source. Dumbass. Okay, that's perfect. Bunch of terrible cards. Come on. Oh, there's a lot of high going on in chat. Hope we get past the high part of the stream soon and we can move on to the XDD part of the stream. I think there's been enough highs. White Boar is also acceptable. Okay, what are you tapping mana for? Oh, the Rage or Ban. I just double block. I'm gonna be drawing a lot of cards.
Hi. Good luck with that, Mr. Streamer. Hi.
Thanks, coach. That's how Shell.cal works, right? I can cast Tamiya at instant speed. I sure can. Yo, Goat, thank you so much for your resub. They are sending me a new monitor for work, Gabe. I'm gonna use it to watch the stream. Don't tell them XDD business. Yeah, as long as it's XDD business, you know, it's just the way it is. No Seeker Reach. So I have mana for a 1/1 to block their 1/1 plus Mystic Confluence mana up. Or Karn. How is the token? 5/5. Kind of a coward move to not play the Karn. I'll just play the Karn. What's the worst that could happen? Free mana could be a Wheel of Fortune. I do have a lot of lands. I guess I have a lot of lands in my deck. Lilia into removal would actually be pretty bad. Uh-oh, and so it began. Channel Emmy. I'll add no cards in hand to start the turn. I mean, might as well send Cobra. You pretty much have to hope that that you hit a removal spell for my 6/6, some kind of disenchant. I feel like this point. It's not like your Cobra's doing much the rest of the game anyways. Map token is only sorcery speed, my friend. Map token is still only sorcery speed. They're just preemptively floating mana for the disenchant they're gonna hit. No, it's a Taigo. Do I even need to Sunfall at this point? Probably worth to predict me either way. Are this quite first to Vegas? No. So I want a feeder this weekend, but you can't play the feeders anymore because they've been firing off too fast, so they need to limit the time they're up for. And the first single limb is tomorrow. I'm not gonna stream them though, because I would have to stream them with a delay. Not only people might cheat, but you're also just hurting other people who are in the draft, even the ones who are not cheating. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be playing those on stream. Yeah, I mean, I could Sunfall. It really doesn't matter. I guess I'll just Sunfall. Well, no, I don't have mana for Counterspell, do I? Oh, not too sure why they haven't scooped yet. Seems like kind of an unwinnable game. Alright, red, green, good stuff, fast mana. I mean, could bring in Arwen. Could record. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll actually record it. Yeah, I'm more just worried about being able to cast the Arwen, but yeah, I agree. It seems decent against them. So those all my expensive cards, though. Could just cut a land. Could just cut Field of the Dead. Plus, I have multiple of the same basics. I kind of want to do City of Trader. I'm not going to do Field of the Dead. What else could I cut? Just to land because I have too many in the first place. 41. No, what did I do? Why do I have 40 cards? Let's see. Cut Field of the Dead and Traders or an Arwen. That's fine. Yo, Canister. Did you back-to-back Frio? Easiest claps or check me your garden here. Might get a surveil in, we'll see. Was I competing at the Olympics? No. They don't have Magic the Gathering at the Olympics yet. Green source is nice and all. We didn't even see good targets for Might, honestly. I'm just gonna get the archive. As this Turkish shooter in disguise. Maybe. I'll have my own fast mana. Could have just named Revoker or played Revoker and named Chandra. I think that's not unreasonable. Ooh, they even have the fetch land. Fancy. Oh, I'm glad I didn't play the Revoker right away. Glad I just didn't name Chandra in the dark. I have brainstorms. I think I'm gonna save that. This doesn't get me green mana, does it? No. Who shakes the world? What's up, Doom Switch? Any comments on the athletes who got sick from swimming in the Seine? I haven't heard much of it. What was in the news? Yeah, Crash Show. Curry really did it to us. Right, Nissa still has a passive. Is that his actual full name? Or did he just make that up? Well, it looks like it's Sunfall or Bust. Remember when I took this Sunfall really high because I'm just really smart? Chat probably wanted me to take some unplayable cards. What's my favorite Olympic event? Do I have 8 mana? I could have 8 mana. Out of the ones I went to, it was close between beach volley and weightlifting. Beach volley, it was just really cool, like location, and then weightlifting, the crowd was really into it. They were all like, everyone in the crowd, like most of the events, people are just people who got tickets for, you know, random events and just happy to be here. And the weightlifting crowd was just a lot of people who actually lift weights and stuff. What should I even name at this point? I guess still Nissa. Not sure. Water polo was really boring. Not really boring, but pretty bad. Track and field was really cool too. I didn't get to see any finals. Apparently, our tickets were like for the track and field. I think they were like 90 euros, and it was a morning session, and we were at the very top of the stadium, but we were in the middle, and we ended up getting lucky because we were on the side where they were running the heats for like the 110-meter hurdle and whatnot. We got to see some semifinal relays too. And apparently this the exact same seed, but for a night session, which is when they have the finals, is 10 times the price. It's like, that's what my friend said. Our tickets were $9.90, and then I don't know if that's what you've seen Super Walk when we were shopping around, but apparently like the exact same seats, but except you get to see finals was 10 times the price. Every time you declare bottlers and MTG, you should monster block. Dude, I was watching basketball and I was thinking about monster block when there was a big block. Now it's over. Monster block, monster block, monster block. It's gonna ruin my life. Or make it better. I'm not sure yet. Water polo is not boring if you play it. Oh, I'm sure it's really fun. I mean, being in the water and stuff. And Carlos Nassar. We saw the session after him, I think, because there was a lot of people with the Bulgarian flags. We saw the one was Olivia Reeves, which is really cool too, because my friends are American and they like my one friend literally like goes to weightlifting competitions and like he lifts weights competitively, like amateur, but so he was like over the moon. We went once, they went back actually. They went back a second time. Maybe 11. So I have Balance and Sunfall in my deck. So knowing that, maybe what does a Nissa ultimate do already? In an emblem with lands you control have indestructible. I almost want them to use it. Probably just that, right? Do I have a picture of me holding up that filter? What that thing where tourists do, where they're like pretending to like hold it in their fingers? No, I don't. My country went medalless for the first time in 116 years. Feels bad, man. Where are you from? I saw that Boxer is suing half the loudmouth celebrities on Earth. Does she have a case in the UK and other countries? Only know US speech laws and zero my little. Who, the Algerian one? Finland? Oof. Yeah, usually like you have like a few decent athletes in track and field, right? Then you always have the random sport. You never know. Okay. That's pretty good, obviously. So pretty straightforward of putting back these two. They have 2 cards in hand. I'm probably still gonna lose, right? But Not sure how it works with lands and creatures. It's kind of weird, right? How does it work? So we're about to find out. Do they somehow get to keep their land creatures? Or does it go in order? Is it true they gave you the good seats with Macron since you're in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, I wish. Yeah, Finland crushes in the Winter Olympics. Goes in order. Yeah, it worked out okay for me, I guess. Looks like I need to top deck Sunfall still, though. Oh, I'm just dead. Just dead to Chandra. I need some card drawings. Oh, they hadn't used Chandra yet. Alright, that was all too good. My hand was a little airish. Why did I just misclick into my deck? What terrible land. I don't think I'm gonna do the Cradle. I think it's too fast of a matchup. I'm gonna try Sea of Traders. Might be that extra boost I need. Could be worse, I guess. I have a few ways to shuffle my deck, so there is value in just not taking the Skull Clamp and hoping I draw it down the line. Ooh, I have Caracas Flage, I just realized. It's spicy. That could be very cool. Yeah, Talon Gates is actually a pretty sweet card. Oh, hello. What happens if I phase their creature? Do they get it back right away, or do they get it back on my next turn? They get it back right away. Okay, so that makes no sense. LA. I mean, LA is probably going to be awesome on a lot of stuff, but transportation. Apparently, they're building subways, though. What happens if you phase out Flage? Well, first of all, you would have to have a lot of mana, right? Because you have to phase it out at instant speed. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get fancy here. I'm going to slow them down. The free mana boost? Or the consistent mana source? Kind of want to go after the Lumberjack, honestly, right? I'm just going to kill the Lumberjack. Yeah. Phage, Reclamation, and yeah, I know. I can also just cast an Atari. We'll see. Phasing is like pretty weird. Okay, that was not the payout they were looking for. It does make it tricky for me now. I actually have like a decision to make between Atari and Reclamation. Oh wow, you just cast Atari. Could cast it next turn and protect it, right? It's probably even better. I think I like Reclamation Flage first. I think I like just going after their mana source. Then next turn I have the mana to Atari, filter some mana, and have Caracas up to protect my Atari. Carcass, yeah. Then doesn't look like I needed it this game. I'm assuming Atari probably solos this game, but you never know. You know. Okay. They're kind of back in it. That was the best card we could have was the Bombardier. It's a pretty cool combo.
Did you watch any of the table tennis at the Olympics? I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did. I did. There's some really good French players, the two brothers. I watched a bit. I enjoy it. It's not my favorite, but it's like okay. My least favorite was probably fencing, just because there was so much of it, because the French are good and I think it's really repetitive. And my favorite was probably just basketball, I guess. And I guess track and field is always exciting too. So it's hard to beat the excitement of like a sprint. The fencing venue was really nice. I did not go inside. I sagged the dark. I don't know what happened. I'm not paying attention. What's some white? Wait, you guys didn't block my 2-2? Because a 2-2 doesn't have menace or anything, right? It's not unblockable either. Fencing is hard to watch. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about it the other day. Basically, what happens is they both run at each other, and then you can't tell who hit first, and they both raise their fists in the air like they scored the point, and then the machine or the judge tells you who scored. And it's just that over and over again. I mean, I wouldn't mind it in small doses, but the fact that for the first week it was one of the things that was the most on French TV was like obnoxious. Ooh, you drew green mana. Swimming's not my thing, but Machin Ledecky made it very exciting. Well, you could argue Ledecky made it very not exciting because her races are long and she just crushed everyone. So in some ways, could argue the opposite, but yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Swimming, I mean, swimming's pretty cool in general if it's close races and stuff. All right, yeah, good enough. All right, it is single limb, so there's one match left. All right, I'm on the draw. I guess I'll keep. Yeah, no, I did like at the end how, like, the French artists were like, who in chat type yes or no if you knew Phoenix and Air, the two bands that played, or two of the bands that played at the ceremony before the ceremony yesterday. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know how well known they are. I'm guessing not super well known, but you knew Gajira? Yeah. Never heard of them. Who? Yeah. That was kind of like funny because we had, that's our artists, the French Dutch and stuff. And then LA was like, oh, by the way, Snoop Dogg, Billie Eilish, Red Hot Chili Peppers, no big deal. Phoenix Music was a bunch of car commercials in the United States as well. Yeah, there's also the, if you've seen the Virgin Suicides, the movie, you know, I remember, recognize the one song too. Like I'm getting punished for the cradle here. Oh, I guess that. Kind of works. So I can play Tef. I can play Tef, or I can play Mightstone and Weakstone, cycle the dragon. Who do you even kill first? Well, I guess I phase out one, so I guess I'll kill the other one. Whatever, advance.
AYOOO Pigeon Pog.
Hey, Gabriel, thanks for the 44 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back. And a shredder. Okay. Is that enough? Alright. Cradle, you're out. City of Traders, I'm not sure you should be in a grindy game. I might just play irregular lands. Instead of forest, maybe. Solid, solid, solid. Andre, pretty good late game card. Caracas. I don't want to say go here. Maybe they'll have a discard spell. Just play fetch, say go. Seems somewhat safe. Kind of see what they do. I might not even cast the brainstorm. I mean, my hand's super great. Like nothing I want to get rid of. Jeez. It's like all my best cards. All my five, literally my 6/5 mana cards are in balance. You guys get rid of balance at this point. And then the dragon. Or Mightstone and Weakstone. Dragon's a lot of value. So is Mightstone and Weakstone. I have all the combos, but I think I just like resetting the board, getting rid of that Voidwalker, exiling it forever. No more Voidwalker shenanigans. I think I'm just gonna say go one time. Might have remands. Yeah, just accept I get remanded here. Might have another counter spell. I'm just gonna say go. I feel like the wrestler who won his 5th consecutive Olympic gold deserves more attention. I don't know why you're saying that. He was literally like he was literally one of the athletes he was representing the American continent during the closing ceremony yesterday. And B, not to take away anything, even though I am going to take away a bit of things, but you know, there's kind of a snowball effect, and it's like pretty niche sport, and he's just a massive guy. It's kind of like the French judo guy, Teddy Riner. It's kind of the same thing, right? And it probably makes other people want to try less because they have someone who's so dominant in such a niche sport, and so there's got to be just some massive snowballing effect and stuff. I don't know. Let's see. He just lead with Sahili. I just don't like just talking about people deserving this and that. I have a bit of an issue with the whole deserve. Sure, what I need to be worried about here, probably like hull breach or shenanigans. Yeah, Sahili clan. I just need to worry about decking, I guess. I have Boundary too now. I kind of have it all. Probably resolve what's his face what I while I can. I actually don't have that much mana. What happened game one? They went like Mox Voidwalker into Sleeper's Agent Remand, and it was not especially well, it was somewhat close, I guess. Why do I have my end of combat clicked? God knows. Should have equipped incubator. Yeah, that card's so good. Alright, I have Sahili to protect. Completely forgot Planeswalker could be attacked. I have a feeling it's not gonna matter. Nah, it's just a elimination draft. It's like on a good practice in some ways. You play against your pods. Oh no, not Fable of the Marebreaker. Well, will I ever do? Can I do this? I can. That's kind of nice. Advances my board a tiny bit. I think this is better than Flage Shenanigans, right? Right close. I'm aware I have like Flage Caracas too. We did that last match. It was good. Yeah, Edgar had the synergy with Flage. I went like turn 3 Flage, shoot your thing, turn 4 Reclamation Flage. Bounce it to my hands. Oh, look at the fancy discarding Squee and Rootwalla. That's the value right there. All right, the experience counter keeps stacking up even if you reset Atari too. Yeah, some real whiteboard spinfinity for sure. Fine, I won't bounce it in response. I don't think that I will ever recover. I'll try. But I'm not sure it can be done. Fine, I'll pay red mana. Fable, Harvester, Toxic Deluge. Yeah. Voidwalker. I mean, I'm playing all my playable cards already. It's a pretty good hand. Hopefully I don't have to turn to Voidwalker. Well, I guess I can be okay against turn 2 Voidwalker. I can just kill it. Unfortunately, I don't have a fancy blue dual land. Classic. Yeah, the draft didn't go exactly I expected, but I feel like I still have a pretty good mid-range deck. Then perfect. No, I don't think I have another rebel in my deck, do I? Not my win cons. Rip. Absolutely rip win cons. Maybe that card is nasty. Yeah, 4 toughness is BS. Whoops! Didn't mean to attack all. Wait, what? Oh, there's no way, dude. Why would you ever do that? Is that a bait? I mean, they literally self-flaged last game. I guess we're about to find out. They're like, no, I will not take 1 damage. I refuse. I mean, it's gotta be like... They probably were okay loot. Like, yeah, that makes sense. They had, like... something good. Oh, I'm not that far from Flage. And I could literally play Flage this turn if I sack Tameo.
The genius of Gabriel Nassif.
They have 4 cards. Seems kind of loose to sack my Tameo. Just a dumb dragon. Not sure playing Mike makes a ton of sense here, actually. One of Sunfall in hand. And we've seen at least Fable. All bait was Mightstone. Pretty good bait. Yeah. Quality baits. Next turn, I can one short of Reclamation into Lily. Oh, you're helping me out. Thank you. Liliana Squee game. GG. It's a pretty good combo. I'm making fun of it, but it could win them the game. Comcast, I'm gonna, if it resolves, I'm gonna get back my Tameo. Is almost the downsides. Oh, I'm gonna complain, I guess. Oh, it gets to attack right away. It's pretty cool. They have a big play this turn. They need a big play though. I can Reclamation like Flage and Arwen or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I could Reclamation like a land and an Arwen and turn Incubator on, put the counter on it. It is a pretty big play. That was pretty damn decent, I'll admit. I mean, I can even beat a Liliana Ultimate at this point. Even though I'm not trying to favor it anymore after a Liliana Ultimate. It's under Shellduck. Big Bag Dragon. It is nice that you get to keep like counters in your hand and you keep ticking up Liliana. I mean, if they drew Remand, I might actually lose, I guess. Yeah, I know we have the Incubate token. Yeah, I guess the Incubate token. Huh? How did that go to my attack stat? Because I cancelled. What the... Probably my mouse maybe double-clicked weirdly. Oh, that was unfortunate. That sucks. Oh well. What mana do you keep up at this point? I guess I ordered a new mouse. Not even a mouse, let alone a desktop. Desktop has been. I really don't know what I'm waiting for. Some stuff I just procrastinate forever, basically, for no reason. I guess I can just. This is a lull dad against Toxic Deluge, which we've seen. Probably not worth risking it. It's just gonna sag the R1. I mean, we probably even have just another mouse I could use. Our opponent has disconnected. Well, the other match is still in progress anyways. I'll be right back. I think I'm gonna rebuy on some ice cream. Using the heat wave as an excuse to slam some ice cream if I've had. Wait, did they legit like rage quit? Usually it's just a coincidence. Any more puns? You fatal pushed them over the edge. Rorik's Bladewing baby? Deleting system pretty too is supposed to be a joke. It is especially mean in a single elim event. Well, I guess not much meaner than it just impacts more people, I guess. It might legit be like coincidence though. So who's got some feeder? Who wants some feeder tokens this weekend? Who's got a small chance? Edgar was free shots. I watched the medals game in both basketballs, men's and women. Great games. France played really well. The commentary is kind of the worst. They're pretty bad. Especially the men, they were like, oh... I mean, don't get me wrong, they did play really well, but they were like, oh, if France is right there, if only they like didn't miss that, didn't miss this, didn't miss... I'm like, you realize the US is not playing that great either, and they're missing a lot too. Like, I mean, clearly the US teams were better. Both US teams were better, but I guess the difference wasn't so big. That was some good variance. France could have won both games. Booing Embiid and him doing the DDP suck it thing was, what's that when you went like this kind of? I don't know, the booing Embiid thing is really silly. I mean, I don't know all the details, but I mean, booing in a sport in general is like pretty bad, I think. Booing Embiid because he didn't want to play with France despite living in the US and basically like having very few attaches to France. I guess He apparently requested the French nationality because he thought he might play, but why would you? I mean, the challenge could be fun, I guess, but why would you not play with the better team and the country you feel closer to? Gobert. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a basketball expert, but it's unclear to me how good Gobert even is. The guy can literally like not catch a ball, and the only shot he can make is when he's under the rim. He also wasn't a US citizen when he made the request to France. Gobert is a fantastic defensive player and a black hole on offense. Yeah, I mean, you're stating the obvious. The question is like, is he a net positive compared to like
I was thinking about
some
watching you play
average
Cube for charity
NBA
and awesome. That
basketball,
event
you
was
know,
kinda excited to
player?
get back to watching some Gab vintage Cube.
I mean, he can set up some pick and rolls pretty well, I guess. He's pretty good at it. That might be enough of an offensive contribution. Yo, Beth and Jay, I'm glad you're here for some vintage cube. Thanks for the 4 months. I wonder how much money they're gonna make with this event. Profiting a decent bit. Brandon says I believe he's a net positive. Yeah. Feels like he got defensive player of the year, right? Feels kind of weird in some ways. I know, I mean, defensive player is about defense, but when you're such a liability in offense, it's like, at which cost, you know? It should almost be like based on how good you're at defense while also being good at offense, and not just like, hey, Dirk. Dirk says Gobert is great during regular season, but creates some matchup problems in super competitive games. Yeah, and I guess when the other team is focused on beating one team over 7 games, I could see that. It is a full money sink to enter those fewer leagues. If you win, you get no point back. Yeah, you get nothing back. It's like literally, he got it a few times. Yeah, I don't feel like if you're that bad in offense, you should get a defensive player award. Like, I don't know. I didn't know that. Embiid wants to play for Cameroon, but isn't allowed because Cameroon can't afford to insure his NBA contract. I didn't realize that's how it worked. Every national Olympic team has to insure the players' contracts? Holy hell, that must cost them so much money. How much money does that mean, like, the team costs? They did like that for every sport? For every team sport? That's an NBA headache specifically? It's an NBA thing? Wow, so basketball just costs every country infinite money? Well, especially the US, I guess. That's why things like the Netherlands dude occurs. It becomes. What's the Netherlands example? I'm not aware. I don't think so. I don't think so. In rugby, most national players have centralized. Yeah, it sounds like it's mostly. I mean, I know the football / soccer clubs, can not allow their player to play, maybe, or because apparently Thierry Henry, the French coach, had to like. The guy who ended up being their striker and who ended up playing really well was his like 3rd or 4th choice, because I think the teams kept telling him no, right? They didn't want to lend their players to the national, quote unquote, lend their players to the national team. Can we stop the trivia while we're like actually talking about stuff in chat and having a relevant like back and forth conversation? That'd be really nice. It was the deal FIBA made with NBA, where NBA teams cannot tell a player they cannot play, but Olympic teams have to pay the insurance. Okay. There was a big dispute about it for many years for Winter Olympics, which is why NHL players haven't gone for a while. Thanks, Lena. Stop the chat while we're playing true. Yeah, sorry, it's true. Of course not, I had to say that the chats are dead. Well, at least we would have to wait anyways. Whoa! I don't know if I want to click that link. Trigger warning for anyone. Maybe I'll open it on the sides. It's not what I expected. Please don't post that in chat without like I'm actually like, yeah, thank you. No big deal, but probably don't post stuff about stuff like that without like. I know you didn't. Oh, hey, Delonius Monk, where are you from? Yeah, I mean, everyone I talked to had an amazing experience. Our friends who are here, I saw Super Walk. He thought everything was super great, really well organized, had a great time. Oh, the link is still up, but that's probably like typo or something. All right, we're back. But the other match is still not done. All right, we're in the finals. I was gonna say it's pretty mid, but I guess I have balance to catch up. When was breakdancing added? Just for this one, I don't know, but it's gone for them. They're not renewing it. It won't be in. Oh, I didn't find that. I didn't cut that cradle. But do they test athletes for marijuana? Assuming it shows up, yeah. It's a nice combo. The surveillance are so good. There's so many like combos with them. Tony Parker 188 doable. Yeah, I mean it probably height probably goes up as the years go. One of the most ambitious cradles. Yeah, someone was making, you know, in that like whole debate of like Jordan and oh, that's actually a sick combo. Jeez, well, it's not very good against balance, I guess. Someone to make the argument in favor of LeBron over Jordan and how defense was tougher for Jordan made the point that you know Muggsy Bogues was competitive in the NBA when Jordan was in the NBA, and that maybe that should tell you that maybe it wasn't tougher before. I don't know how valid that argument is, but it does seem like to make sense to me at least. LA picked lacrosse as one of the home countries option, which is so dope. All right, they have 4 cards in hands. And have a Neuro in the yard and a lot of mana. I think I should maybe just play Flage for now. You would have just cast balance right away. Well, know what to discard. Oh, I didn't type the U2. Yeah, maybe I just had a great spot to balance last turn. I don't know why I didn't like think about it some more. Oh, they're floating mana. Looks like I might have a great spot to balance again. They're down to 1 card. I mean, only great options. Probably don't even need to do anything special, right? This Croxa's gonna destroy me. I mean, I could just kill the Nissa if I'm scared, right? Just Nissa into Atari. I have 2 cards. 3, 4. What about just playing Atari? Making them have it, not filling up their graveyards. As you get to block with Harvester, if they want to. Stack the blood. Oh, they get to block. Good. No, I can save Reclamation for next turn. I'm not gonna play Atari. My question is, do I draw cards? I think I'm just gonna draw a card. Nah. I guess I'll kill this. I wish I'd spend more time on the balance turn. Youngster Dennis. No claps? Just 5 years. 5 years, no claps. What's up, Dennis? Thanks for the 5 years. Happy anniversary to us. Mind twist. Oh god. I guess balance might be okay against that too. Plus, I've never hit with that card in my life. Dude, I've literally never hit with that card in my life, and it just gets Skull Clamp to Fairy. XDD. Unreal. Unfreaking real. I still have the Great Curse. Yeah, I kind of threw it to be fair, but... Is that thing a legend? Of course not. Alright. Have Croxa in the yards. Man, I can almost cast Chalice for 1. I guess I get Chalice for 1 balance, right? Yeah, I just can't protect the Atari, but I'll have to, like, hope that's good enough. We do have still Reclamation Flage in the yards. Oh, they even have more lands than me. What is the underlying theme of our deck? I started trying to draft an artifact deck, but I ended up with like good mid-range deck, kind of control deck.
If Gab was a creature, you could bounce him with Caracas.
Caracas! What's up, King? Alright. Game looking pretty good. We can bring back one of the giants, but that's not very scary. Come by that Croc that way. They did discard Art Mesa, so they might just have another land in hand. Tear Asunder. I do have to exile my Scalding Tarn. Yeah, I have Uro mana, they can put a Skull Clamp on. I mean, I can just bounce it, right? I guess I'm not too sure what I'm even thinking about. I lose my Reclamation, but... Wait, can I get value with Reclamation Tarn somehow? Alright. We're gonna start by bringing back an Uro, looks like. Yeah, 5 years, Dennis, no big deal. Kind of a big deal. It's like even pre-COVID. Battle of the Titans. Kind of a rigged fight, but... Revoker. Am I gonna want to draw a Revoker? Am I gonna want to draw a Revoker? Maybe? Probably not. Better than a random draw? It might be better than a random draw. Skull Clamp's a little scary against a green deck. Kind of getting legacy vibes. Uro against Caracas. I think that's how I lost last time I played Legacy. Just got thrown out of WinCon / timeout because I didn't have enough wastelands for my opponent's Caracas. Yeah, they still have that blocked token. Big game. Yeah. Could have argued for just keeping them. I think it's all loose. But it might just be dead on board, right? Or if I just make another... Yeah, they're just dead on board. I mean, they would have to have subtlety or force of will, I guess. I'll risk it. A bold move. Alright, Skull Climb, good stuff, good creatures. Fallen Shinobi I have to keep in mind. Cradle's gonna go. Arwen in. Field of the Dead can go to. And then City of Traders. A bolt move. Nice fun. Sorry, Soto. Lost in the finals of an RCQ on Saturday and the semifinals and the two-seater on Sunday. I had fun, but damn. Yeah, it's tough. Most important things, probably just enjoying the journey. If you're enjoying the journey, it's kind of what it's about, honestly. It's all cliche, but I kind of believe it. Well, that was the luckiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, well, I'm trying dead. And then I was like, oh, wait. Hit Flay, hit a land. Splashing Satyr, Wayfinder, I saw everything now. Well, that's why I'm in the hall. They got both lands. Oh my god. Come on. Alright, I can lose that. Unless. Could be worse, I guess. Could have been worse. It's a little tricky because I might cast Balance next turn, so actually you want to put a good card second from the top, while also protecting from a discard spell. I might also just play Grim next turn. Maybe like Savine and Balance. Alright, a Wayfinder. No! Not like this. Not a Planeswalker. Oh my god. It's a creature, not on the battlefield. Oh, Sarcasm, yes. If I balance now, I'll lose 2 cards. I mean, Grist alone is not the absolute scariest. They'll be down to 1 land. I could get greedy, play Grim. I might get an extra land. Oh, there's Archon into the graveyard. Yeah, that's scary too. Yo, Retract, thank you so much for the resub and all the gifted subs, and yeah, hope you're doing good. Hope everyone's dealing well with the heat wave. Grim or Balance? It's like 37 here today, but we actually have the we even closed the shutters and stuff. Just Balance doesn't. Oh, right, because they just keep because I have a Wayfinder in play. Yeah, you're right. I'm silly. Balance not even that great here. I mean, yeah. But I have the fan. We like opened the windows at night, closed them this morning. We're not letting the sun in. And all right, we need. I mean, Oh, and they get my Sevin's reclamation. Oh, I planned so poorly. I should have put in like a Sunfall on top or something. I played so loose. Ah, that was so loose. I do have 6 mana. Ooh, I can go Karn Balance. I want to keep Price Sahelian Arwen. Guy would have been perfect if I put the Sunfall in the balance. It was a bit of a 5-head clay, but not that much. Okay, let's make a dummy. Prophetic Grist. Gotta be such a massive favorite. Oh, this is all scary. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell created, target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target. Maybe plus here? I minus my creature's a 4/4. And I get a blocker. No, I guess I need to just... I'll just cast the Sahili, I guess. So I can make my artifacts into Grim Monoliths. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Not sure it does much right now, but hard cast the 5/4. That card is unbeatable, as always. Okay, they've only hit Arwen. What else did they get? Arwen. Does it say anywhere? Looks like Revoker, Arwen, and Balance. Okay, looks like they got somewhat unlucky, I want to say. But it might still be good enough. Just a 5/5. Maybe Revoker Karn is our best bet at this point. This Arwen's really solid too. And Balance, no. Alright, on tap red mana would be very nice. Alright, they get to kill the token, kill the Karn. Solid. Yeah, I was supposed to close the Karn in hindsight. It would have been much better. That was a pretty mid draw. It was not a land and not a spell. Yeah, make the Mox Monolith so we can untap. That's what I was thinking. It's not that great, all that Carless mana. It's not doing that much for me. They are down to no cards in hand, but they also have like Grist milling them with Uro and Crux in their deck. Yep, they just milled the Crux off. They did run a little hot there after the initial like. But I mean, I punted. I punted the that one ordering mistake on Brainstorm cost me the game. Did I close the window? What the? How do I get back to my match? Okay, we're back. Let's not just block. Is this cube the same as the Vegas cube? Not necessarily. I think it's going to be close. I don't remember what they said exactly, but no, it's still subject to change and stuff. Their deck's pretty sweet. That him really. Oh, the feeder leagues? Yeah, I think so. Four color, good stuff. Yeah, it is a really cool card. I like my chances on the play. A Sherbin and Island. Still a pretty solid hand, I think, but I might not play the Might because of him. How do I see Demir friggin' Modern? Sorry, Cloud, I haven't played Modern in a hot minute. Probably not the best person to ask. Man, that was the scenario I was talking about was City of Traders versus Field of the Dead. It's just... oh, so awkward. Field of the Dead would be good. Island would be good. Shell by Kyle being worse than the basic islands. Balance or Atari? Or just Atari. Yeah, I mean Atari's proactive, right? Balance could be awkward against Grist and stuff. At least Mountain turn one in their four color good stuff deck might be a little awkward. That turn on Ragman could maybe even backfire for the rest of their draw. That's a huge draw. Just any land really, but blue land. On that blue obviously would have been amazing. This hand's really nice against him. I want to get both my mana source. Caracas! Sorry. Got a little overexcited here. And do you even keep the mana up? I don't care, right? I have Reclamation. I mean, I can bounce Ragavay now. We saw Grist. What are they gonna Grist minus? I'm just gonna grade it up. Can go City Weak Stone Talisman. But then I won't have Caracas mana up next turn, right? They're like, Ragaman is a liability. I'll block with Might. I don't have green mana anyways. They might have Edict. What could they have? I'll just trades. You could have an Edict. Just fine. Yeah, I think they're just like, basically, they feel like it's a free roll for them to attack. Maybe I make a mistake, which maybe I just made, but so it doesn't really matter at this point. This game's just pretty Jover, I think. I get to go like Meekstone, Sag the Clue. I actually don't want to flip to Neo, right? I don't think so. Not yet, next turn. Oh wait, I have to flip to Neo. Alright, I guess I'll flip to Neo. Hey, the game's not over. Their deck's pretty powerful. They could still have something like Minx and Boo that we haven't seen. I'm going to be drawing a lot of cards to this turn. Oh, I could bounce Tamiya with Trigger on the stack. Starting plussing Tamiya is kind of appealing. Also, not having to play my City of Traders is kind of appealing. I think I'm just not going to get too fancy. Just draw some cards. Yeah, if they kill the Planeswalker, which you're probably going to have to do at some point, we can Reclamation it back. Can sag the Clue token too, that's kind of nice. Yeah, these are some of the better cards they've ever printed in the history of Magic. To be fair, it is the Vintage Cube. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, we've got a game. We've definitely got a game. The Tamiya Savine loop. Except it's not a loop. 27 cards. What did they hit? Leovolds. There's an awful lot of legends, though, I will say. So I can Flage Leovolds. 5, 6, 7 mana this turn. But I don't have enough colored mana. I could Flage Leovold, Reclamation Nissa, and bounce to my hands. Yeah, TikTok is right too. Um, that's 7. It's kind of a loop, and we deal in precise technical term here on the Yellowhat stream. That's rude. That is incredibly rude. God, I get to use Caracas twice a turn now? Gas. Looks like I've got them right where I want. They're just way too far behind, surely. Except maybe on time. Alright. Noxious. Opponent just won't quit. Eh? Maybe I could have just done good thing. Good thing a tower card kills really fast. Should be good. They said Caracas is so good against me. I just said yeah. I didn't want to be like, yeah, it's just great against everyone. Draws are just bads. Oh, well, my draw was just the nuts, to be fair. Not sure how much was my opponent's draws being bad and just me having great hands. Did I not plus to Neo? I probably didn't. My deck is busted, not sorry. Yeah, pretty much. Let me call this, see if I should get into another one of these singular limbs, because they do last a while. Or if I should do maybe like an arena draft. Alright, I might actually time out. I don't think so. Do not believe I will time out. But maybe. Atari is not exactly known to be a reasonable card. None that I really want to draw cards with to me anyways. Oh, Arwen Kakas is sweet. Kind of cute if you have a million mana. Classic experience counter. I have been playing Magic for a long time. I'm somewhat of an Atari myself. Yeah, no, I'm good. Unless they have a sweeper. I mean, even then, I don't know what they need to like stall. I mean, at 25 is not that much. I'm still drawing lands. GG. Because at what time did I start streaming? That was only like 3 hours, right, for that single limb?